Hey there, it is Julie Littlechild here, and today I would like to talk about leadership. Leadership in particular as part of the client experience and the way in which leadership can transform what is effectively good or even great client service into a differentiated client experience. Now, we do a lot of research with investors, and one of the models that has come out of that research over the years is a pyramid that shows how we move from satisfaction to engagement, or I would argue from service to experience. At the base of the pyramid is just great service. It is what clients expect. They call you, you call them back, you don't make too many mistakes, you get all of the fundamentals right. We all know what it looks like, we all do it, we all need it, but it's table stakes. It's at the base of the pyramid because it won't create a differentiated experience. That said, we need to get it right. It needs to be there. As we move up the pyramid from service, the next level is offer. When we get the offer right, it pushes us toward a more differentiated experience. So, for example, we see a correlation between having a financial plan, a written financial plan, and engagement. Doesn't mean everybody wants or needs a financial plan. However, we do see that connection between having a more holistic offer and engagement. But the top of the pyramid, the piece that I wanted to focus on today, is leadership. Because leadership is really the secret sauce. It's the thing that truly sets you apart with engaged clients. Now, the term itself came out of the research. We asked clients, do they consider their advisor a leader? The first time I asked it, I didn't even include a definition, but wow, the correlation was really, really strong. So I wanted to understand that a little more, and we would go in each year, we'd ask a little more information. So the next year, if someone said they considered their advisor a great leader, I asked them what that meant. How do they define leadership? And what began to emerge was a picture of leadership as being defined as clear guidance and being proactive. So it was like taking clients by the hand and kind of leading them through the difficult financial decisions in their lives. It was about being proactive about that. That's the sign of true leadership. So we know that leadership is important as part of engagement, as part of the client experience. But what does it really mean? I mean, what are some specific, tangible examples of it? Well, today I wanted to talk about two examples of what leadership might look like. And granted, there are 100 different ways to do this, but I think these are just simple examples that clarify what leadership can truly mean. The first is an example that was presented to me not long ago. I was at a conference and I was listening to a speaker who had written a book about the stages of retirement, sort of the transition, the psychology of retirement. And as he talked about that, I thought, that is an example of leadership. So on one end, one side of the equation, I guess you could say, we might talk to clients about doing retirement planning, the technical details, the work that we do around retirement. An example of leadership would be taking that and saying, not only do we do that technical work, but we've done a lot of deep thinking about what it will feel like as most of our clients move into retirement. We've done research, we have some understanding. We know, in fact, that there are 4 very distinct phases that most people go through, and part of what we are here to do is help you to look forward, to see those potholes, to respond. So just in that simple way, what you're saying is it's not just about the plan, it's about how we're going to guide you through this important transition. So one example of leadership. Another example of leadership is a company that I came across, over a year ago now, I'm sure, called Wish Life. I fell a little bit in love with this product. I've written about it. And at its core, it is a vault. I mean, the basic technology. But what's so different about it is that they have added a compelling video component. So more than just giving your family access to important documents, they encourage you, provide you with direction, and give you a place to create videos that will pass on family history, will pass on lessons. It can involve interviews, and right down to just recording some of the details of why you structured trusts in a certain way or your will in a certain way. So just as a parent, I really began to think when I looked at this about how critically important it is for me to pass along certain messages, and I really felt like I would use a tool like this. In fact, I will use a tool like this to document some important lessons and things that I can pass on. So again, just another example of providing access to a tool like that, or I'm sure there are other tools that go that one step further, that say, look, I'm going to give you as a client the tools and the resources to take action on some really important things in your lives. Another example of leadership. So I just wanted to share those couple of examples, maybe ask you to think about how are you demonstrating leadership in your client relationships. It's what's going to set you apart. It's what people talk about. It's the core of referrals, let's face it, because these are the stories that we share. Leadership is all about making a meaningful impact in our clients' lives, but doing it in a very tangible way. So I hope you find your own ways to do that. Thanks for tuning in, and tune back in shortly for another video on some quick client experience ideas. Take care. Bye-bye.